All right, welcome everyone to week 2. Let's just jump right into it. Let's go to the studs and duds from this last week. The stud, John, team suspension. I called you out for your awesome name last week, and now I call you out for picking the right players. To honestly, um, they're producing like they were Brady and Bell. Winston, it was awesome. D'Angelo Williams, awesome for you. So good job, not only picking a great team, but putting yourself in a great position going forward. The dud for this week is myself. Man, my team barely showed up at all after claiming I had one of the best wide receiver trios. Allen goes down for the year, and then Marshall he looked like he hurt himself bad on Thursday night. Luckily, he is okay. And then Brian didn't show up against Washington, so I'm the dud. I have like the all hospital team right now, and Russell Wilson basically is now playing injured. So bad luck for me right now. I'm the dud. All right, comments. First, Antonio Brown is awesome. I mean, has anyone ever seen someone tear up like him for this long at the wide receiver position? It's pretty fantastic. Even though I hate him and the team he's on, I appreciate what he does. All right, I have two other comments for this week. It's called the freak out and the hype. If you have these players, you want to freak out, and I'm telling you, don't freak out yet. Russell Wilson, Brandon Marshall, Allen Robinson, Gurley, Odell Beckham, Barnage, Adrian Peterson, Devontae Freeman. Don't freak out. They all had awful week ones. Saw a stat this last week about how bad Peterson was last year and how Kendall Wright was the 5th best wide receiver after week 1 last year. Austin Seferian-Jenkins was the best wide receiver last year after week 1. Sucked the rest of the year. Week 1 is fun, but it means nothing. Okay? So if you have those players, you're going to be fine. People that there's a lot of hype on them right now that I am still down on. I don't think it's going to last. Number 1 is Carlos Hyde. I had him last year. He torched on that late Monday night game last year and then sucked the rest of the year. Melvin Gordon, those numbers don't sound good for him. Latavius Murray, Spencer Ware. I put an asterisk there because I haven't seen him enough to trust him. I'm interested in what happens when Charles comes back, so asterisk on him. Then Cooks or Snead. I think one of them could be really good this year, but I have doubts that they both can. DeMarco Murray, I don't like him anymore. And Riddick, he is not a top-tier running back, so he's going to fade too. And then Jordan Matthews as well. He was so inconsistent last year, I think he's going to come back. All right, let's get on to the predictions for this week. First, me versus Chris. I have Chris winning this one. I really needed Decker to not show up for me to have a chance, and he did. And he actually outscored Marshall in that game. So that's frustrating. And like I said, my team is Allen's out, Wilson is hurt, Marshall is almost out. He missed half a quarter in that game. I just have bad luck going for me right now. And I think Adrian Peterson has a bounce back. So I think you're going to be fine, Chris, and you're going to win this one decently. And I think I'm interested to see Lamar Miller if he finally has found his role. Okay, I have Jim and Ben. I think this is a really close one. At each position, I think it's close. Ben, I think you have the better running backs this week. QB, it's a push. I think they'll do about the same. Jim, I think you have better wide receivers this week. Push to the tight end spot. So let me go to the flex. And I like Evans more than I like Matthews, as mentioned. So winner, Jim, enjoy it. Next, Andy versus Baker. I think the Snead-Theo matchup that you guys, this head-to-head got going on, it could be like a total of 10 points between the two of them or a total of 30, but I think it's a wash. And I really like what I saw from Andrew Luck. Reminded me of when I had him 2 years ago. And A.J. Green is a beast. So I think that continues, and the win goes to Andy. Then I have Heiser and John. As I mentioned, John, you're the star this week. I think D'Angelo Williams keeps rolling. I feel horrible for him because eventually he's pointless to have when Le'Veon Bell comes back. And he could be a really good running back on a lot of other teams. And I'm a believer in Jameis. I saw him in the preseason, especially against the Browns, which I know is not saying much, but he tore up. And I really like how he looks right now. So, John, you get the win. I have Tyler versus Nick. Geez, Forte has found the fountain of youth. He did awesome on Thursday night, and I just think this is a great matchup. And I think it could be close, and I think there's going to be some fighting for the TD between Robinson and Hearns. But overall, I think, Tyler, you have a really good team. I think you have a bounce back, and you get the win. Last is Aaron versus Drew. Again, Tyrod. This is the Tyrod we saw in spurts last year that we saw on Thursday. He had a really good game. I would have normally said that was a push game right there between those two quarterbacks, but Tyrod, I think, will get the edge. And I really like Brown, as mentioned, and Benjamin. I think that's a great pick by you. getting Calvin Benjamin. And CJ looks like he could be good again. With all that said, I think Aaron wins. And that's it for this week. Get out there, watch the Browns. Second week, second quarterback. I'm hoping it's not third week, third quarterback. But regardless, go Browns.